Hi everyone, I'm Christy Gordson and welcome to Washington Grown. Some people prefer them as tots or wedges, my favorite, curly fries, but they all come from the same great product. This episode is all about frozen potatoes. We'll cook up some signature dishes at Seattle hotspot Radiator Whiskey. Full service right
here. That's what we do when you come into Radiator Whiskey.
Then we're following the life of a French fry. See how potatoes go from the ground to becoming fries at some of our favorite fast food restaurants. And Val's at a farm, seeing how they diversify from potatoes to livestock.
Oh, so I don't have a leash or anything?
No. All that and much more on Washington Grown.
Are you ready to cook me up?
Okay, I don't have the hang of this. So this is where we get our water. Cheers.
Hopefully they won't eat my shoelaces. We're in Pike Place Market in the heart of downtown Seattle, and we're going to visit one of the hidden treasures here that makes the best tater tots in town. They're upstairs. This restaurant isn't found on the main stretch of the market. It's on the second level, but that doesn't keep people from finding it. Radiator Whiskey. That's where we're headed. Radiator Whiskey is a fun, lively spot that's known for, surprise, surprise, its wide array of whiskey. But what's a bar without some good old comfort food?
The food is off the hook. It's really great. It's a tiny little restaurant, but it's a really cool place to be if you can get a table.
Just like this eclectic joint, head chefs Tyler and Charlie are a little off the wall. He's the quiet one.
That's right.
He's trouble.
How would you describe the food here?
Polished pub fare. Yeah, probably. Fried pork shank, a brisket, tater tots, pig heads.
Yes, you heard that right. Pig head.
It's super popular. So we get half pig heads, we brine them for 3 to 4 days, and we put them in the smoker.
It's an interactive dish too. You know, you don't come in and each order an entree. You come in with 3 or 4 of your friends, like, let's go get a pig head.
Are people surprised at first?
It is the most photographed piece of food in the city, I know that.
If you can get past the part that half pig's head staring at you, and just think that you're eating really nice pork, it's amazing. It's really good.
The chefs say they love using frozen tots because of the ease and affordability they provide.
You sell a lot of them.
2 cases a day.
And later in the show, we're stepping in the kitchen with the chefs to make 2 house favorites, tots and beef brisket.
Wow. We did a great job.
Now Val is off to meet up with Davina Pink of Pink Farms, where they grow potatoes that end up as fries, tots, and hash browns on plates throughout the world.
Pink Farms was started in 1987 by my husband, Mike Pink. He started with 34 acres of potatoes. Now we're up to about 2,500 acres. Potatoes are our main crop, and we farm wheat, sweet corn, grass seed, alfalfa, timothy hay, peas, and cattle.
Why is it important to diversify on a farm nowadays?
Well, you can only plant potatoes in a field every 3 or 4 years, so you rotate with other crops.
What are some of the challenges that you've faced over the years?
Being a first-generation farmer with my husband starting out on his own and not having that family background, property's very expensive to buy, it's very expensive to rent, fuel prices, fertilizer prices, not to mention the price of equipment, and all of those bring a great challenge.
What do you love about growing potatoes?
What's fun about potatoes is people really like potatoes, and it's fun to produce something that people really like and are excited about eating. Sometimes people get all caught up in this carb craze and things like that, but they forget that potatoes offer a great nutritional value. They're packed with vitamin C, vitamin B6, potassium, iron, all of those things that we need to be strong and healthy. And
that's a good reminder.
So how do potatoes go from the ground to our plates?
They'll fill up a 10-wheeler. They'll then come over here and unload the potatoes onto an accumulator belt that goes up. in which there are vine pickers and people that are taking out rocks and vines and different debris that you don't want to go into the plant. And then from there, it'll go up a belt and be loaded into a semi-truck. And it'll be hauled to the processing plant. Within 24 hours of direct delivery, right now, it'll be made into product. These right here in the field that's behind us, they'll go to the Lamb Weston plant and they'll be made into French fries and curly fries. For restaurants, McDonald's, Arby's are a big one with their curly fries.
Davina took me up to the belt to see if I could make the cut as a vine picker.
You're doing a good job.
I'm slowing him down, I can just tell.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not the right person for this job, but farming isn't just about crops. Davina's 3 daughters love the ag life, and for them, it's all about the livestock.
What is it like growing up on a farm?
I don't know, I really enjoyed it though. Like the ag and the animals, and I always really enjoyed having livestock. They get fed twice a day. Some of them are on a full feed if they need to gain more weight. We walk them, brush them. The pigs are by far my favorite. They have a personality. They run around and they fall on their backs and they wave their legs in the air and they love you and all that stuff.
Now Danica's showing me how to walk a pig, and it's hard work.
Now, what do I need to know about pig walking?
Nothing. They just want to go out and just play around and
Oh,
get
so I don't
exercise.
have a leash or anything?
No.
I just, okay. Get him! Hey, I turned the pig! Okay, I don't have the hang of this.
Now we're in Moses Lake, meeting up with Mel Martin, a potato industry consultant with more than 50 years of experience. If anyone can explain the potato processing industry, it's him.
Explain what potato processing is to folks who don't know.
It's production of French fries for the fast food industry.
Where would we be without French fries?
I don't know.
Where would we be without potato processing? What would the industry look like?
The industry would be a lot different than it is today. The change from a fresh market industry to a process industry grew with the advent of the proliferation of the fast food QSR restaurants in the United States. The processing industry actually stabilized the potato industry and actually grew it. In the early days, we had a difficult time making a consistent product or getting potatoes to utilize year-round. In the early stages, we couldn't even run processing plants year-round because we didn't have potatoes year-round.
Yeah.
We couldn't store them that long.
So that's changed.
That has changed. And so we've done a lot of things. We've improved irrigation technology, we've improved storage technology, we've improved varieties, and all of these things have led to year-round production and consistent quality. This Columbia Basin area, because of its geographic location, produces more potatoes per unit ground than any other area in the United States, and the world for that matter. Wow. And it's nearly double. These are Umatilla variety. This is really new. It was released in the year 2000, so it's a fairly new variety. They're not very big yet.
No, look at those.
They're on their way.
Well, now we're digging Easter eggs.
What do people around the world, what do they say about Washington potatoes and the French fries that they're eating?
Well, if they understand the whole process, they just sit back and they say, wow.
I like that.
I mean, efficiency everywhere you look is what we have here. Plus the climatic conditions that are better than anywhere I've seen in the world.
Yeah.
And I've been to a lot of places. That's what makes this industry go.
That's great.
For more information on farming in Washington, visit our website at wagrown.com. Coming up, we're following the life of a French fry from the ground to plates all around the world. We're back in Pike Place Market at Radiator Whiskey. It's an eclectic joint serving up a wide array of whiskey and tasty comfort food that takes you back to your childhood.
The food is off the hook.
Nice atmosphere, lots of people.
It's a tiny little restaurant, but it's a really cool place to be if you can get a table. I got here pretty early.
Now we're going to cook up some of that food that has customers begging for more. I have Chef Tyler and Chef Charlie over here lurking in the background
Creeper.
for whatever reason. Get up here. You gotta get up here. Hello, because we're all family now. What are we gonna do today?
This is the frozen potato episode, so we're gonna make you some tater tots.
Tater tots.
Sending our kids to college on tater tots.
Exactly.
Before we start in on the tots, we're going to make some beef brisket as our main dish.
So you learn early on that you don't season like this. You season like this.
Ah.
Like a rain shower.
Like a rain shower.
We're more or less gonna try and crust it
With salt.
with salt.
Okay.
Let's do it together.
Okay.
Then we rub in our salt.
You want to get in here and just kind of love it. Yeah, love your briskets.
Then we let our brisket sit for a few minutes before throwing it in the oven.
Because people can do this at home.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, no, you have to come here and get it. You cannot do this at home.
Since low and slow is the way to go, and the brisket cooks for 12 hours, we took a look at the finished one for tonight's dinner service.
Boom.
Wow.
So we braise ours in red wine, water, San Marzano tomatoes, thyme, carrots, celery, and onion. And then submerge the seared beef in there and toss it in the oven, 240, 250 degrees, 12 hours, and that's what you got.
The guys say to cool the brisket in the liquid so that your meat doesn't dry out.
Kind of chill and do its thing, and then you can try it if you want.
Well, absolutely.
Yes.
But should we do some tot?
Oh yeah, we should get our tot on.
Tot.
All right. So we
didn't
sell
like
more
that.
tater tots than probably anything at Radiator Whiskey.
Really? Why do you think that is?
Everybody loves tater
People love
tots.
tots.
I don't know. Yeah. We do tater tots with a fried egg and whole grain mustard gravy.
And these are just frozen.
Washington tots.
That's awesome. Easy to find.
Easy to find. Any grocery store.
Anywhere. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
First, we crack an egg in a pan and throw our tots in a fryer for a few minutes.
You hear that sound? That's what love sounds like.
All right. So tater tots.
Nice.
Out of the deep fryer. We season them with salt.
Okay. Oh my gosh, it's like the smell of my childhood.
Yeah.
Right there.
Everybody loves it.
Fried potatoes.
Then we top the tots with our egg and Radiator Whiskey's house-made mustard gravy.
Yeah.
It's a tater tot.
Let it cool for a second, then we're gonna eat.
It's actually a game we play. We watch people pop it in.
Yeah.
He's trouble.
Right.
He's the quiet one.
That's right.
He's trouble.
he's the mouth.
While our tots cool, we prep our brisket so that we can try them both.
And you were good to go.
And you sell a lot of these.
Sell a lot of brisket. Our meat guy says that we sell more brisket than barbecue places in town.
Because you do it so well.
We do it the best.
And now for the taste test.
Get her a Rainier, please. That's Washington made beer.
That's right.
And of course, I have to try the brisket too.
Full service right here.
That's what we do when you come into Radiator Whiskey.
Oh, that's delicious.
Wow. We did a great job.
To get the recipe for Radiator Whiskey's mustard gravy, visit our website at wagrown.com.
In the current climate of good food, bad food, and eat this, not that, it's becoming more difficult to answer the question, what is okay to eat? One food that's taken a nutritional hammering is French fries. Is there anything nutritional in French fries? First of all, the list of ingredients in French fries is very small. It's potatoes, oil, and a light starch coating to improve texture for cooking. The beauty of frozen potatoes lies in their versatility and ease of use. You can microwave them for a quick side dish for your eggs or toss them in a skillet and mix with cheese and sausage. Frozen potatoes can be part of your carbohydrate at a meal, but it's up to you to manage the quantity. A small to moderate amount of French fries provides an abundant source of potassium, which is good for blood pressure. Sure, a biggie fries order moves you from moderation to an amount that should be shared. But we shouldn't feel guilty for allowing ourselves to have French fries or any type of frozen potato. In the mid-1980s, I worked at a ski resort in the Swiss Alps. Our favorite ski lunch was a plate of French fries with 2 over-easy eggs on top. It was a lunch that stayed with us and powered us for skiing all day. When you hear admonishments about eating certain foods, remember that your body knows what to do with food and how to turn it into energy. Practicing mindfulness in your portion sizes allows you to eat a range of foods and nourish your body without the guilt.
Coming up, Tomas is in Seattle at Safeco Field checking out the fan favorite garlic fries.
Garlic fries, yes, aren't they the best?
And we're in the kitchen at Second Harvest using frozen potatoes to cook up a dinner hash.
Peanuts, Cracker Jacks, and a big old hot dog. That's usually what comes to mind when you think about baseball. But here at Safeco Field, home of the Seattle Mariners, it's all about the garlic fries.
When you step into Safeco Field, the first thing you notice is that great aroma of garlic. Safeco goes through 100 pounds of garlic every single game. So I chatted with executive chef Michael Johnson to find out what makes those garlic fries so darn good.
I think first off is we pride ourselves on local ingredients.
Okay.
They're Washington potatoes, but it starts from there as a foundation. We deep fry them crispy, but we use fresh parsley, chopped garlic, Parmesan, and people love them.
There's no chance these are coming off the menu here, is there?
I sincerely doubt that, no. Yeah.
Now we're off to see what the fans think of them. And I gotta tell you, it was hard to find someone who hadn't had them before.
All right, Connie, you a big Mariners fan?
I am.
And what's a Mariners fan without enjoying these guys, right?
The garlic fries, yes, aren't they the best?
And what makes these guys so good?
Garlic.
Because they're garlic fries.
These garlic fries even transcend ages. Look at this. Oh, there you go.
Yummy.
Let's give them a try, guys. Ooh. There you go. Get into it.
Really good.
You heard it here first, right there. They put copious amounts of garlic on there.
They did.
This is not a vampire treat.
I think it's a perfect complement to the potatoes.
Why are these so good?
Because they're grown in Washington.
Because they're grown in Washington.
Yeah.
They may not agree on the teams, but they can't agree on one thing, and that's the garlic fries are awesome.
Stuff it in
Oh,
there.
look. He went for seconds, which means they must be good.
Sometimes we enjoy them on the side with a hamburger, but other times we just have a hankering for some good and hot French fries. And more than half of all French fries in the United States come from the Columbia Basin. But what does it take to turn tasty potatoes into delicious French fries?
My name is Frank Martinez, and I grow potatoes.
Nearly all of Frank's 1,000-acre potato farm goes toward making French fries, and it all starts with planting seeds and growing the best potatoes.
We open the dirt, the seed piece will fall, and then we've got the healing disc on the rear that cover the seed and make the mound. And we have to make a big mound because our potatoes in Washington State grow so nice and so big and so many that we have to have a big hill to keep them covered.
Then a few months after planting, when the potatoes are full size, they're harvested, sorted, and trucked to a local processing plant. Now we're with our potatoes at Lamb Weston in Quincy to see how they become fries.
A lot of potatoes move in and out of here.
We produce over 1 million pounds of frozen French fries here a day. These potatoes were harvested this morning. It's kind of neat because, they can go from being in the ground this morning to finished in a box, frozen in about, an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Once the potatoes arrive from the field, they're washed and the peels are removed with pressurized steam. They're moved through knives and cut into fries, then blanched, dried, lightly coated, cooked in oil, and finally frozen.
This is a fresh French fry. That's very good.
Then the frozen fries are packaged, laced on the pallet, and trucked to a cold storage facility.
This massive building you see behind me is actually a giant freezer. Inside, a whole lot of things like frozen French fries. And I have a feeling we're gonna get a little bit cold.
The processors bring it to our facility. We unload it here. We count the number of pallets and confirm the identity of the product on each pallet and the production date. That's a critical element in this process. All of our customers expect rotation of their product. We take the earliest product that we've received and ship that first, so everything stays fresh. There's a compressor refrigeration system on this container that operates during the voyage over to the destination.
Now we're going in the really cold part of the building where the fries are stored at -5 degrees.
My ears are starting to turn numb. How much is in here?
Right now, about 40 million pounds of product.
How long does it stay in this frozen part?
On average, about 4 to 6 weeks.
And you have, I see, foreign language everywhere on some of these boxes.
We export from here around the world.
Yeah. I'm turning into a popsicle.
All right, shall we go back outside? Okay.
Then, when it's time for those fries to continue the journey, the pallets are trucked to the Port of Seattle.
90% of the potato products that are exported through the Port of Seattle are frozen fries. Those fries will get loaded into refrigerated containers. Those containers will come here by truck, and then they will be plugged in so the refrigeration is maintained until they're ready to be loaded onto the vessel. And then those refrigerated containers will be loaded on, the refrigeration will be maintained during voyage, and then they'll arrive in Manila or Seoul or Singapore or wherever the frozen fries will ultimately be consumed.
Yeah, so we are just seeing more and more.
We are seeing more and more growth, and a lot of that is to service our industries in Washington State, such as the potato industry.
We want to have that fantastic taste and quality that our customers expect, and we're going to deliver on that every single time.
Everybody loves potatoes. Greatest vegetable in the whole world. And nobody has what we have.
For more information on agriculture in Washington, visit our website at wagrown.com. We're at the kitchen at Second Harvest, and I'm with Kristen, and we are going to make something with these fabulous waffle fries.
We're gonna make a really tasty dinner hash with a lot of vegetables.
Okay.
A lot of really bright flavors, and it's gonna be on the table in less than half an hour.
I love that, but I usually think of hash, for breakfast.
Yeah, and it typically is. The reason I do this one for dinner is because we're gonna be adding so many yummy vegetables to it. We're gonna add broccoli and red bell peppers and some zucchini, and we're gonna really brighten it up, and it's gonna be a meal in and of itself with these hearty potatoes underneath.
Okay. One thing I love about these frozen potatoes is that they come straight from the field to the plant, and within hours they're cut and frozen.
And really, they've just taken a lot of prep work out for us.
Yeah, and you don't realize with frozen potatoes you're just getting
a really fresh potato.
So fresh, yeah.
Yep. You're gonna taste that under our hash today.
We throw our fries in the oven and start chopping up our veggies.
If you want to halve and then quarter that zucchini.
Okay.
I'm gonna work on our red onion and red bell pepper and broccoli.
Okay.
One of my favorite things about this dish is that it times really well. Have you ever had that where you're making dinner and by the time you get one part of dinner done, another part is cold or,
Sounds like Thanksgiving.
I know.
I always have a hard time.
There is a trick to getting all of your timing.
Right. So lots of good vegetables.
I'm kind of a stickler for there being vegetables at every dinner.
Right.
So this is just a really great way to get some in there.
And the frozen potatoes, there's lots of different kinds out there.
There are.
And have you experimented with any of them with this dish? Or?
I have. I love waffle fries the most because they're so big and hearty. And they crisp up really nice. We're getting a lot of different colors of vegetables in here. And you are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Slicing some uniform thickness.
That's right.
You should help me every night.
Right.
I'll get my kids in the kitchen, but you end up with
You're pretty efficient on your own without me interfering. How do you like to cut your peppers usually? Do you have a special way?
Do you do this? This is my... I used to cut around the top, and then
No, then you just rip it out.
Yeah, so much faster. And then you can just dice them about 1/4 inch.
Okay. Do that.
Yeah.
Help you out. Now, you kids like the waffle fries for this hash. Do they like other frozen potato?
I think every child loves tater tots.
Yeah.
Right?
I love
Give me your tots. They just love tots. My kids are big potato lovers all around, though.
Yeah.
I think their favorite is just roasted and baked potatoes are a big hit at our house. But these frozen ones are nice because you still get all that soft, fluffy potato goodness inside of a waffle fry.
Next, Kristen heads to the stove to start sauteing our onion.
You cook for your family all the time. So how do you come up with ideas to keep them happy and interested?
It's funny because I found that it varies so much by just the stage of life that we're in. Like sometimes things are just busier when your kids are involved in activities or crazy things. So then I'll do a lot more planning and this goes in the freezer to prepare.
Sure.
And Other times I just go to a farmer's market and I'll see what they have and I'll think, those potatoes look really good. How could I prepare those potatoes? Maybe we could steam them, or I think that's the fun thing about cooking, is that food is infinitely versatile. Sure.
Once the onion is soft, we dump in the rest of our vegetables.
I have to give my mom credit because the first time I cooked for my family, I was about 5 years old.
Oh,
and I asked if I could make salad for dinner.
Aw.
And I took a big head of iceberg lettuce.
Yeah.
And then I added frozen vegetables to it.
Frozen
vegetables. And grapes and raisins.
Yeah.
And I like smothered it with dressing. And I served it to everybody. And my wonderful family, they all smiled and ate it. My mom said she kind of had to prod my older siblings.
Like give them a kick under the table.
Don't laugh. I'll make you a real dinner a little later.
That's so cute.
But it did help me realize that you could just be so creative in the kitchen. There's so much you can do and just have fun.
As our veggies saute, I chop up some fresh parsley while Kristen starts cooking our egg.
Ooh, those smell good.
We scoop some of our fries on a plate, top them with our vegetables, sprinkle on some feta and our parsley, then top it all with an egg.
It's almost too pretty to eat, but that's not gonna stop me.
I think we can do it anyway.
I think we can do it too.
And you get all your veggies.
And those awesome fries.
And the texture, I love those crispy fries.
It's delicious.
Because waffle fries are a bigger cut, they can carry a lot of those delicious toppings that we have.
So good. A vegetable hash.
Yep.
With waffle fries. Yum.
To get the recipe for Kristen's dinner hash, visit our website at wagrown.com. No matter how you slice it, Washington consistently provides the world with the best potatoes around. That's it for this episode of Washington Grown. Thanks for watching.